Hey Keto Clan, have you ever had a stressful day? So stressful that you just wanted to eat everything? Well, stay tuned. Welcome back, Keto Clan. So, I'm sure some of you are wondering why it's been so long since I've uploaded a video. Well, May has been the hardest month I have ever had in my life on an emotional front. So, we're going to start this off by telling a story. And the story is about how May has been such a hard month for me, and how I was able to still stay on track, lose 10 pounds, and get to the point to where I am smaller and healthier than I've been since 2001 when I got out of the Army. So first off, loss or mourning a loss is a huge stressor, okay? And when you lose people, whether through death, so a permanent loss, or through the change of a relationship, or because it's honestly what's best for, say, your kids, that loss, that mourning, creates stress. And the stress hormone called cortisol elevates. And when cortisol elevates, your body releases glucose as a knee-jerk reaction, which can lower your ketones, and obviously that stops the fat burning, okay? Now, in many situations, at least situations for me, the situations that cause stress for me are the situations that I can't control. I might have a little bit of a control issue, but when something happens that I can't control, or something happens that I can control, but what I want and what's actually best for the people that I care about are two totally different things, I have to give up control, which again causes stress. And this past month, I have experienced all of these things. I had a friend that I've known for a year and I was getting real close with, who died suddenly in a construction site accident. I had another friend who was near and very dear to me. He was a mentor, he was a teacher, he was a friend, who passed of lung cancer and the complications surrounding that. With my children, who are absolutely my world, my universe, my everything, I had to make the incredibly difficult decision to let them keep going to school up in Oregon, which is 1,200 miles from me, because the schools up there are so much better than the schools where I am. And then my relationship with this amazing woman that lasted near on 2 years. We had to decide that it was best for both of us to split, to separate. Now, I am lucky in the fact that this wasn't a blow-up fight that caused us to break up. We sat down like adults and figured it out. And we figured out that we only have our best chance of being truly happy with us being apart, so at least this amazing woman is still in my life. But I'm still mourning the loss of that relationship. I'm mourning the loss of time with my kids, and I'm mourning the loss of two friends. So with all that control I had to give up, with all those things that were happening that I had no control over, how was I able to manage to keep the course? How was I able to manage to stay keto? besides the fact that I've been doing it for 2 years and it is second nature to me, those knee-jerk reactions, those instincts to eat my feelings were there. And I did actually let myself partake in them a couple of times. But the key, and I think the key to most people, is the understanding that when you're stressed out, most of the time it's because something's happening that's outside of your control, or you're being forced to do something that you really don't want to do. And one of the reasons why we binge eat, one of the reasons why we eat our feelings and eat our emotions, is because food, what we eat, is one thing that we can control. We have complete control over that. So instead of allowing myself to eat a dozen donuts or eat a gallon of ice cream or any of the other things that I would normally do, what I'm sure many of you might do too, I decided to take that control and use it in a constructive way. One of the things that I did, I would get out, get active. I would make sure that I tried to surround myself with people who I loved and cared about. I did my morning. I helped the families of those lost where I could and when I could. I made sure that I really kept focusing on the fact that my kids are going to get a better education. And I very much focused on the fact that this woman that I love so much now has the best opportunity to truly be happy. And me too, once the hurt and how hard it is goes away. And then finally, instead of eating all the things that I'm not supposed to eat to try to make myself feel better, which we all know, it doesn't make you feel better. It makes you feel like crap afterwards, because not only did you let yourself down, but all that crap makes your body feel like crap, and it's just horrible. It's just not a good situation, right? So, if I felt the need to eat my feelings, I ate a pound of bacon. I ate chaffles, or I ate hamburgers with chaffles as buns. I ate egg salad sandwiches with chaffles as bread. I would make a bowl of tuna with homemade mayonnaise and olives. Make a lot of omelets. So even though I wasn't really doing my intermittent fasting, because what I was eating was still what my body needed, and because I was staying active, because through the stress and through the morning, I found relief in being active, I was still able to keep on track. My ketones stayed in a level that I was still in ketosis, even though they did dip because of the cortisol levels from the stress. And I was able to lose 10 pounds. And now I could say that I'm smaller than I've been in 20 years. I'm healthier than I've been in 20 years. That's more important, right? Because weight loss is a side effect of being healthy when you're too big. But with all this being said, how do you manage stress? If you're still with me and you're watching this and you find some value in this, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out my Patreon, check out my merch store. Help me out here, you know? It will definitely keep me motivated to helping as many people as possible, because that's my goal here. I want to help as many people as possible take their life back. Now, I don't know if you noticed the shirt, right? I have partnered with a designer, Branding Blanks. I'll put a link to that in the description here. Definitely check them out. And if you're interested in any of these Keto Dragon shirts, he's gonna make me a hat here soon, so we could check that out. Let me know, comment, send me a message if you find my Facebook page, which is Keto Dragon, okay? Through Patreon, if you subscribe to any of my Patreon accounts, you get access to the exclusive group, Keto Clan. So now that we've gotten all that taken care of here, what I want you to do is comment down below on how you manage stress. Now, there's a lot of healthy ways and a lot of unhealthy ways to manage stress. And all of them are important to be able to identify whether or not it's healthy or unhealthy. But managing stress, getting your cortisol levels down, being able to relax in one way, shape, or form, it's so vitally important to our health, not just to our weight loss, but to our health. So go ahead. I want to know what you guys do. I want to know if you've been in a similar situation and if it knocked you off track or if you were able to push through. Let's start a conversation. This is important. This is real life. So with all that, I look forward to your comments, and keto on.